Okay, this tutorial is meant to show you a few of the basic tools for GarageBand. First, these little buttons down here at the bottom are simply your playback and record buttons. If I hit play, it plays. If I hit stop, it stops. Then I can rewind at the beginning. These two buttons are fast forward and rewind. And this button is the record button. Now, in order to record, you simply need to select which track. So whichever track is highlighted in blue is the one you will record on. So if I wanted to record on solo sax, I would click there, male basic back there. Okay. Now, if I hit record and start to speak, you can see up here in the red that as I'm speaking, I am recording. Once I want to stop recording, I can either hit this button or the space bar. If I want to go back and listen to that, I hit return and then space bar for play. And start to speak, you can see up here in the red that as I'm speaking, okay, that's basic recording. Now, if I didn't like what I just recorded, I could grab that and hit delete. And now it's gone. Okay? Now, back over here to the left, we have the plus sign. Plus sign is another way of adding a new track. So if I hit it, it brings up this window, and I can add a software, real instrument, or electric guitar. Don't need to do that now, so I'll hit cancel. The button to the right of there that looks like a pair of scissors is the track editor. If I click that, it opens up this, and this is where I'm able to cut and stretch sound files. So for instance, I will record test 1, 2, 3. This is a test recording. Now I'll go back to the track editor. As you can see, my sound wave is down here. And from here, I can cut like this, hit delete. If I want to trim the file, or if I want to stretch it, I can do those things. So let's go ahead and hide that. Okay, now to the right of your playback controls is a little window that deals with a few things. This is the measure look. This shows you measure 1, okay? And if you look up here at the top, it also shows you the measures. Measure 1 is here, measure 2 is there, 3 and 4. So the recording that I just did is basically in measure 1 and most of measure 2. Now if I wanted to change this, I click on the 8th note, and I could go down to project. Here is where I can change the metronome. So if I were playing a song which used metronome, I could click on that, and I could speed it up or slow it down. Okay. If I wanted to change the key, I could change the key as well. If I wanted to change the time signature, I could do that as well. The last one is the time. If you can either see the measures to see what measure you're in, or you can click time to see how many seconds or minutes have elapsed. For instance, test 1, 2, 3. This is a test recording. As you can see, the sample I've recorded is about 3.5 seconds. A little over, maybe closer to 4 seconds. Okay? To the right of there, we have the metronome button. This is where you can turn the metronome on. If it's highlighted in blue, it's on. Unhighlighted, it is off. Okay, that is very good if you're playing an instrument. Not so much if you're going to record vocals. If you're speaking, I should say. Now, to the far right, we have 3 more buttons. One is the information button, has an I in a circle. The information has all of this information here, where we can navigate through different information and different instruments. For instance, my male basic track is highlighted. I could change that to male dance vocal, male R&B vocal, male rock vocal, male speech, and so forth. Okay, if I want to click on sax, I could then change the instrument to tenor sax, or vinyl brass, or live horns. All right, so this is your information button. To the right of there is your media link. This button links GarageBand to your iTunes library. So this is an easy access to your iTunes library, which we'll talk about later. And the last button to the left is the loop. It looks like a loop, and basically that brings up different sounds. So if I hit urban, it brings up a whole bunch of different urban loops. Okay? If I hit reset, it brings up all these. And I can pick synths or pianos or bass, those kinds of things. So that is basically your tools in GarageBand.